June, Scotland would again be host to another spectacular sporting event. Celebrating its 125th anniversary, the Nairn Golf Club will host the 2012 Curtis Cup. Nestled on the shores of the Moray Firth, this traditional links golf course will provide a fine test for the top female amateur golfers from Great Britain and Ireland and the United States. Wentworth, Royal Liverpool, Muirfield and St Andrews have all hosted the biennial event, putting Nairn in esteemed company. But the venue is no stranger to hosting top amateur competitions.
It was the competition the club members had wanted most, I think. Having had the Amateur Championship and the Walker Cup, the one that really wanted was the Curtis Cup. It kind of made the hat-trick for us.
Some of the great young names, including world number one Luke Donald, cut their amateur teeth on this great course at the 1999 Walker Cup.
Such a history of hosting GB&I team matches in the past. Nairn itself has hosted the Walker Cup, it's hosted the Vagliano, the Jacques Leglise, almost anything that's worth having in terms of amateur golf team events. And I think from Nairn's perspective, the Curtis Cup was the one that was missing from the pile, and hopefully they'll be as pleased to have us here this time as we are to be here.
It's the pinnacle. It's something that all clubs, I'm sure, strive for, and to have it in Nairn is just exciting.
The Great Britain and Ireland squad is littered with talent, boasting several of the world's top amateurs. Already the holders of the Astor Trophy, they go into this event with high hopes of bringing the trophy back to this side of the Atlantic.
Yeah. Get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
Setting out to promote international friendship in women's golf, the first event took place in 1932 at the Wentworth Golf Club. Harriet and Margaret Curtis' dream had been fulfilled at the start of the greatest event in the women's amateur game. The Paul Revere Trophy is inscribed with the words, "To stimulate friendly rivalry among the women golfers of many lands." It has seen many great names lifting the trophy, leaving them with great recollections of the amateur days.
Great memories, really. I won my singles against Anne Sanders at Muirfield up the 18th, which doesn't, as an amateur, that's about as high as you can go, because in those days Anne was probably the #1 amateur in the world.
I have fond memories. I mean, it was really my first chance to have a team atmosphere and the camaraderie that we had, and playing for your country as an amateur. I mean, it's kind of like our Olympics. So I mean, it was a big thrill for me. I mean, most of the people that are on that team I still stay in touch with. So, and that was a long time ago. So, it's a lot of fond memories and a lot of good sportsmanship and good golf.
Like the Solheim, it's the fact it's in a team event. It's just so different from your normal, golf events. And when you've got, I think there you had like 7 teammates. It's just, special, playing with other people rather than against them all the time.
It's a massive part of amateur golf. You play an awful lot of team events especially in the UK and Ireland. So you grow up with that as part of your golfing education, if you like. And when you come to the pro ranks, it all comes flooding back, especially in something like the Solheim. And they're the sort of weeks that you wish you could have more often.
The Nairn Golf Club has seen many top names in the women's game compete on this tough but fair track. Often overlooked by its bigger rivals, this championship links is one of the most spectacular seaside courses in Scotland. It will follow in the footsteps of 2 of the greatest golfing venues you can find either side of the pond.
The Curtis Cup over the last 3 times we've played it really couldn't have gone to better venues. In 2008 we were at St Andrews over the old course for the first time, and that was a historic moment for ladies amateur golf. We followed that by going to Essex County Club in Massachusetts, which was the home course of the Curtis sisters, and it doesn't get much better than that following on from the old course at St Andrews. And now we're going back to a members club, which really is at the heart of everything that we're trying to do with Curtis Cup, is engaging everybody. And a members club like Nairn, which has a proven track record of supporting amateur team events, is where we want to be. We
had a lot of help, a lot of support, even in the bid, from the local MPs to the Highland Council, and a number of other people. All the surrounding clubs, Royal Dornoch, Castle Stewart, Nairn Dunbar, were all very helpful. all got behind our bid. So it really is something that the whole area can be proud of.
Scotland boasts many championship venues, big and small. The Nairn Golf Club has left nothing to chance with its preparation for the event in June, but it's the little extras that will make this event so special.
But you also need to have a course that can handle spectators. You need to have good travel links, you need to have the hotels, and you need to have the parking. So there's an awful lot that goes around the Curtis Cup that you need to have as well. And unfortunately, we are blessed with having a second course here where we can park people. There's a number of good hotels in the area, and there's great visitor attractions.
Areas where golfers used to go, like the Ayrshire coast, or the Fife coast, or the Lothian coast, they're now coming up to the Highlands and see what we've got to offer, especially with the scenery that we've got here. And I think it also enhances the whole of the area for other people to come and see what wonderful scenery and golf and all the other facilities that we have in this part of the world.
I think our course is set up as a great match play course. We're renowned for having excellent greens, so I think on the course it's going to be a great contest, and the better team will win. Off the course, our job is to give everybody the best time possible. There's all sorts going to be going on. There'll be visitor trips to Loch Ness and distilleries, and we want everybody to get a real good feeling of what the Highlands is all about when they're here.
The club members have been fantastic. They can't do enough for you. The guys on the Curtis Cup committee are just great fun, great value, and are so keen to make this a really good event that you can't put a price on it.
70 years since its beginning, the event has grown in stature, promoting exactly what it set out to do. Golf is often seen as an insular sport, a sport for the individuals, but whether it's the Solheim Cup, the Ryder Cup or the Curtis Cup, that team environment is hard to beat.
You play so much golf on your own and you do so much of it on your own that every once in a while it's just nice to be part of a team and to feel the companionship and the bond of having somebody else root for you and you root for somebody else. I think that's, for golfers that's very important, because you just don't get that. Every week you're on your own.
Pretty much all the girls I know from Great Britain and Ireland were from Curtis Cup, and I still keep in touch with them, and thank goodness now we have like Facebook and Twitter, but I definitely keep in touch with all of them. And I mean, it's such a great way to just form friendships and bonds across oceans, which is amazing when you think about it.
It was an experience I'll never forget, and I really enjoy it, and I feel very fortunate that I got to play Curtis Cup.
You just get treated so well, and it's one of the most memorable weeks of my life.
The legacy I would like to see from the Curtis Cup is some of the youngsters who come along and watch it actually wanting to be in the next Curtis Cup team in 2016, wherever that might be.
I hope that they'll go home to wherever they've come from with a very warm feeling that they've had the best of Highland hospitality.